Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Heather, and on this channel I like to walk a very fine line between a shopping addictive makeup monster and a responsible adult with a makeup hobby. Now, I really enjoy eyeshadow singles, duochromes, multi-chromes, blush, highlight, lip gloss, basically everything except pressed glitter. And today we're going to declutter out my bronzers, contours, and finishing powders. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me. We're getting into it right now. A lot of these bronzers are still in my collection because they smell either like the beach or like chocolate, and that's kind of a sad state of affairs. But I don't wear bronzer every single day either, so you know, it is what it is. We'll start with the bronzers. That's fine. This is the Ofra, I think it's the River bronzer. Yeah, from Samantha March. It's her bronzer duo. I do like the color of this bronzer, and I think the matte and the luminous sides play nicely together, so we'll hang on to that. I have this giant matte bronzer from LA Girl, which still smells like the beach, so we're gonna hang on to this one. It kind of reminds me of the Marc Jacobs bronzers. Good grief, Heather. This Tom Ford duo I pulled out already. It's a highlighter and bronzer duo. I really like the bronzer, the cream bronzer in here, but the highlighter is not for me. It's very tacky and it's very lightly pigmented and reflective, so for me it's just not enough pigment to really make that worthwhile. The bronzer I like. I have these two Jaclyn bronzers. What colors are these? Vitamin D, and then this one is a slightly redder skinny dip. I do think these are really pretty bronzers in general, so I'm definitely going to hang on to both of those. And they smell like brown sugar, cinnamon, like baked goods. Alright, we'll do this Nabla bronzer next. I do really like the Nabla baked formulas, so I am going to keep this one even though it is beaten up. This is the shade Ambra, in case anybody was curious. Alright, then we have the neutral chocolate matte bronzer from Too Faced. I do really like this one as well. It still smells wonderfully of chocolate, so we'll hang on to that as I chuck my fingernail in it. So this Essence contour duo is supposed to be a dupe for this one, and I don't think they're quite the same. I think this has a little bit more of a luminous highlight in here than this one is, but I do think this duo is quite nice, so I will be hanging on to it. This one was a gift from my husband, so I'm definitely going to hang on to this one as well. I told you guys I'm not likely to get rid of much in this section. So then I have Tantastic and Tantric from the Marc Jacobs line before they completely sold out, and that's what these look like. Obviously this one I haven't used as much, and I think it's a deeper tone. Yeah, like it definitely looks a little bit stronger than the smaller one, but I will hang on to both of those. I don't have a huge bronzer collection, so it doesn't feel as bad to hang on to them. This ColourPop bronzer in I'll Bet still has some color to give, so we'll hang on to that, I guess. I was originally thinking maybe to declutter that, but if it's still usable, might as well get some use out of it. This Becca bronzer in Bali Sands, definitely not going anywhere. I love the Becca formulas, and I'm really sad that they went out of business, so I have a ton of Becca highlighters and that bronzer, and I won't be getting rid of them. This is the Flower Beauty Heat Wave bronzer, which I really like because it's actually a bit cool toned, so we'll be keeping that one. The Glowish bronzer, I haven't had as much use of this one yet, so I really need to give this one more of a try so that I can decide if I like it or not. But that's the bronzer there. It's definitely a little bit lighter, which I appreciate because I am so pale I don't need something super dark. Alright, I have this contour, definitely not going anywhere. It's a very soft, like light gray color. I think it's like the perfect contour for my skin, so definitely hanging on to that one. I have this Persona stick bronzer, and This one I think is a bronzer and a highlighter. So there's the bronzer side, and then the highlighter side is over here. The highlighter side, I don't know if I've even used that. It blends out nicely though. Yeah, we're gonna hang on to both of those. And then this Bronzy Drops, I haven't actually used this yet. This came in a Sephora set, so I'm gonna hang on to that as well. So no declutters from the bronzers as expected. And then for powders, I have 3 pressed powders still. I have the Dior Powder No Powder, which actually falls out of its pan. That's super fun. Said no one ever. I do like the quality of the powder though, which is why I've kept it. The NYX High Glass I definitely really like, but they discontinued this line unfortunately. And then this is the Tarte, it's like a luminous setting powder, which I also think is very pretty at the right kind of time and place because it does look very shiny on the skin. I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder, which is just a loose powder. I have this Do Me setting powder from Jaclyn I found at TJ Maxx. And then the Peach Perfect setting powder, which still smells so wonderfully of peaches. So definitely not getting rid of any of those. All right, and that is the bronzer, contour, and finishing powder, more so a collection video than it was a declutter since we didn't get rid of anything. But I do really like these products. I don't have huge collections for either category, so I am going to hang on to what I do have. With that said, that is everything for this video. I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.